Hello, good morning, cheers. This is Brian here today doing a little show and tell video again. Drinking a Duvel Belgian ale. Duvel, I don't know how to say it. Very good Belgian ale though. Strong blonde ale. But today I'm making a video because 41 years ago, Phil Collins' Hello, I Must Be Going album was released in 1982, I think, yep, 41 years ago. And this is a beloved Phil Collins solo album. I don't know, opinions vary quite a bit with Phil Collins and what the best solo album is, his best work as a drummer and frontman of Genesis, later more a frontman, but did the drum parts in the studio. This is the greatest hits that all the tracks have them except for one. And just wanted to mention that. I used to have a copy of Face Value as well, but it got too warped and I had to get rid of it. But I do have In the Air Tonight on this soundtrack, Risky Business, right before the scene on a train, the infamous scene on the train. And I also wanted to show off the Genesis self-titled album. The new era of Genesis, kind of in a way. Though they didn't really think of it that way, but that's kind of a thing. Yeah, this beer actually tastes good. It's maybe one to recommend to people who don't really like beer. But today I just wanted to talk about Phil Collins. I've been getting into him more lately, his solo stuff. His greatest hits on CD. But I guess I'll showcase this one the most. And also this album in particular, Both Sides, from 1993. This might actually be 30 years old. It came out relatively recently, in the fall, 1993. It's probably my favorite Phil Collins album at the moment. Just really getting me in. I like it because it's kind of a one-man band kind of CD album. And it doesn't fluctuate too much with its moods. It's mostly kind of downbeat. But there are also two energetic tracks on it that are fairly similar. They're both really good as well. And some are a bit more upbeat as well, but they're still kind of downers, or you could say Both Sides of the Story, or We Sons of Our Fathers, Survivors, and We Wait and Wonder are quite maybe the most peppiest songs. But there's a lot of slower songs, kind of moody, really good stuff. I just really get hooked into this album a lot. There's always drums on it. Sometimes it's drum machine-like, but it always sounds pretty authentic, and there's a lot of interesting kind of keyboard things on it. It doesn't really sound like the work of a band. It sounds like a more solo project, and that's what I really love about it. And it's definitely an album that a lot of people don't like, but some people love as well. But I guess I'll also talk about Hello, I Must Be Going, which is also a very good album and funny title, pretty silly, but also still kind of in that dark, moody divorce album kind of feel, like Face Value. It's a really good record. I don't know if I like it more than Face Value or not, but at times I certainly do. Let's see. I Don't Care Anymore is quite a classic. Uh, Probably one of the best songs he's ever done, really. I really love I Cannot Believe It's True and It Don't Matter to Me. Those are the more Motown kind of songs, peppy, which are also on Face Value, a couple of them. Really good stuff, nice horns. And let's see, there's a couple of really good ballads. I feel like maybe one of them should be on the first side, but because they're kind of close together, but I don't know, that's just me, I could be wrong. I really like Through These Walls as well. Like China is kind of fun, kind of angular too. And he takes on a character and it's relatable as kind of an underdog. It's really cool, kind of Phil Collins-y as well. There's a cool instrumental on here. This is just a really good album. A few moody tracks, and I guess one of the most famous songs on here is the cover of You Can't Hurry Love. I don't really like it too much, but it's pretty classic as well at the same time. It's probably just overplayed, but that's Hello, I Must Be Going. Still pretty silly with his album titles, even Face Value with a little stupid pun in it. That's part of the cheese and love of Phil Collins, but I guess I'll end with talking about the Greatest Hits CD. This is a cool thing to have because it has a lot of his hits that aren't on the albums, that are from like soundtracks and stuff on an actual release with some of his most famous songs as well. And it's nice for me to have because I don't have But Seriously or Face Value at the moment. It only goes into 1996, so you don't have the Tarzan song on it, unfortunately, but there's a lot of really good soundtrack songs on here that are pretty classic. One of my favorites is Two Hearts, and there's a cool cover of True Colors. I like the original more, but this is still a really good rendition. I enjoy his rendition as well. And there's a lot of just kind of classics. You got your cheesy No Jacket Required tracks as well, a few of them, maybe 2 or 3. I don't have that one as well. That's probably one of his most famous albums. Excuse me. But that's kind of why this is kind of worth having. It has a cool cover. And it has his 80s soundtracks tracks. One of my favorites that I mentioned, and Groovy Kinda Love is pretty good as well. Nice ballad. But yeah, that's all I got for Phil Collins for now. I really like both sides, and Hello, I Must Be Going is 41. Take care.